Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing tips for running a successful home daycare interview. So let's get right into it. So the first set of tips that I want to share is preparing before the actual interview happens. It's really important that you not only have your daycare center organized, but also having any paperwork that you want to share with the parents organized as well. I personally like to have a folder, and in that folder, I'll have things like my menu, my policy handbook, our daily schedule, and so much more that I love to share with the parents. The next thing is having your daycare center in tip-top shape. Having your daycare center really clean and organized and visually appealing is going to be the first impression that your daycare gives to the parent or guardian. You want the parent or guardian coming to interview to love your daycare center and to be wowed from the very first second that they walk through your door. The next tip is sending out a confirmation call or text to confirm the appointment date and time. I also like to take this confirmation call or text as an opportunity to let the parent or guardian know any rules that I have prior to them coming for the daycare interview. So for example, I do not allow the parents or guardians to wear shoes in the center, as we do have infants on the floor. It can be a little bit awkward if the parent or guardian is coming out for an interview and one of the very first things that I'm saying to them is, "Oh, do you mind taking your shoes off?" So I like to let the parent or guardian know beforehand so that we're all on the same page and we're getting any awkwardness or rules out of the way right from the beginning. The next set of tips that I want to share with you guys is once the parent or guardian comes out for the home daycare interview. Now, sometimes the parents or the guardians will bring the child with them for the interview, and sometimes they don't. If the parent or guardian is bringing the child who may potentially be in your daycare center, I personally think that one of the most important things you can do is to interact with the child right from the beginning. Typically in a home daycare interview, we're walking the parents around our daycare center and we're showing them everything that our daycare center has to offer. However, if the parent or the guardian comes with the child, I like to stop what I'm doing and interact with the child first. I'll take the child around and see if there's something in the daycare that they're interested in playing with, and I'll get down on their level and show the parents what it would be like if their child was in my center. I not only want to make the parents feel comfortable and have them see how I would interact and treat their child, but I also want the child to feel comfortable, and I want for the child to love the daycare center and to also love and feel comfortable with me as their future childcare provider. Now, once the child is comfortable and playing and you've interacted with them, you can take both the parent and the child around the daycare center, and if the parent comes without the child, then you can just begin taking the parent around your daycare center and showing them everything that your daycare center has to offer. So for example, I like to start by showing the parents the different centers and activities that we have throughout our day. I'll go into depth and share with the parents things like our daily routine, show them where the child is going to be eating. I'll walk them all around our center and show them some of our favorite activities. I'll also show them our bathroom and our kitchen, and I'll share with them our daily schedule on the wall. I'll also let the parents know certain times that we're eating meals, what time we have nap, and also things like what kind of meals we'll be eating, and just sharing with the parent or guardian as much as I can about my daycare center and what a typical day at our daycare center would be like. I also like to share my mission and my philosophy with the parents. So what is it that you believe in? What is your center based around? Do you mostly believe in learning through play, or maybe you have a Montessori style? It's really great to share with the parents what you believe in and how you run your daycare center so that they can know right from the beginning if this is going to be a fit for them. Now, once the parent comes out for the interview, it's really important that you be the leader of the interview and you share with them as much as you possibly can, because ultimately the parents are trusting us to take care of their children, and the more details that you give to the parents, the better, because you want to make sure sure that they feel really comfortable and trusting of your center and you as a daycare provider. I also think that it's really important to share with the parent or guardian a little bit about yourself. Parents want to know who you are and where you came from, and if you're married, and if someone else is going to be living in the house. Do you have a husband or a boyfriend? Do you have children who are in the daycare center? And it's also really nice to share personal things like, why do you do home daycare? How did you get to this point? Do you have degrees or background working in the field? And why is it that you love working with children? The more comfortable and trusting that you make the parent, the more likely that the parent is going to want to sign up with you once they leave your home after the interview. But it's also really important to note that this is an interview on both ends. So while you want to make the parent or guardian not only fall in love with your daycare and feel comfortable and trusting of their child being in your center, we're also interviewing the parents as well. And what I mean when I say that is that you also want to have people that you're comfortable to work with every day. You want people in your home daycare center that are easy to work with, that are going to be respecting your rules and your policies, and overall families that bring joy to your home every single day. It's never a good idea to rush and take a family in that you don't feel comfortable with. I know that sometimes we're looking for those spots to be filled, but we also have to be really mindful of the fact that we're taking in families that we feel that we have a good partnership with, so it can help the communication be great on both ends. Now, once I take the parent or guardian around the daycare center and I have shared with them my mission and my philosophy, and I've shared with them a little bit about myself and who else lives in my home, I like to take this opportunity to give the parents the folder that I have, which has my policy handbook, a copy of my menu, and the type of foods and meals that we eat. I also like to let the parents know that I have daily sheets that go home every single day, and it lets the parent know what their child ate, how much they ate, when they used the bathroom, if we played indoors or outdoors, what their child's mood was like, and so much more. In this folder, I also have developmental worksheets that I like to share with the parents, and these developmental worksheets I like to send home once a month, and it's a great way for me to let the parents know some of the milestones that the child is hitting while they're in daycare. I also have an all about me packet, and it's a great way for the parents to let me know some things about their child. Maybe they want to share what time their child typically naps, or what their favorite meals are, or if they have any food allergies. I like to send this folder home with the parents or guardians so that it leaves a good last impression of what my center was like and some of the things that I'm looking for as a childcare provider. And it also highlights some ways that I like to go above and beyond as a childcare provider to interact and communicate with the parent. And now, once the parent or guardian leaves the center, I like to send them a text thanking them for coming out to my home. And if it's a family that I could see potentially being in my daycare center, I like to let them know that the spot is open, and if they're interested, I would love for them to sign up. But if it's a family that I don't feel is the best fit for my center, I also like to take this opportunity to let the parents know that I am interviewing other people, and I will keep them posted on if the spot is open or not. Conducting a home daycare interview can seem overwhelming, and it can be overwhelming at times, but it's really important to note that we're not only selling our business and selling ourselves and our center and all that we have to offer, but we're also taking families into our home that we're going to love working with every single day. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. As always, I hope that you all have a blessed day and a blessed week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!